Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are joining me. This is Pastor Lasandra Brooks, aka your girl, Lala, the Queen of Conquering, coming on this Warrior Woman Wednesday. Haven't done a Warrior Woman Wednesday in a minute now, but I wanted to come on because this lady is not talked about a whole lot. I want you to see if you can guess who she is. But she was a woman of wisdom. She was very intelligent. She had a sharp mind, and she saved her husband and her entire family from being slaughtered. Y'all care to guess? Y'all care to guess who our Warrior Woman Wednesday is on today? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Please tag, please like, please share. Let someone know that Lala is on this morning on Warrior Woman Wednesday coming on just to give us some encouragement, to let us know not to give up, not to faint, not to grow weary, not to grow tired, not to relent, not to tuck tail, not to run, but to be steadfast and unmovable, always pressing, always using our mind and thinking, because we want to surround ourselves with the people that have like minds, that people that think higher than we think. Come on, we want to surround ourselves with people that think higher than we think. Can we do that on this morning? Surround ourselves with people that are more intelligent than us, that know more than us. Don't be inferior or feel some kind of way because they may know more than you, or you feeling intimidated. No, we do not walk in intimidation. God has not given us the spirit of intimidation. He has not given us the spirit of fear, but He's given us the spirit of power and love and of a sound mind. So without further ado, Warrior Woman, on this Warrior Woman Wednesday, the woman that we are recognizing on this Wednesday as being a warrior, as being a heroine, is Abigail. Abigail, Abigail. Somebody comment. Let me know if y'all know about Abigail and David, Abigail and Nabal. I'm gonna give you a brief overview of First Samuel, the 25th chapter. I don't have it. I'm not going to read it, and I really don't have time. But Abigail was married to Nabal. Nabal was her husband. He was mean. He was hateful. He was a surly person. He was not a good person to do business with. He was conniving, he was scheming, and he had money. He had plenty. He had plenty of resources. He wasn't hurting. He wasn't lacking for anything. And I guess because he had these things, I think he was a Calebite. A Calebite, from the tribe of Caleb. And because I guess he had resources and he had everything. I guess he thought he was all that and that he could just mishandle and treat people the wrong way. Well, guess what? He mistreated the wrong person on the right day, and guess what? He was about to get his. He was about to get it handed to him, honey, on a platter, flipped upside down, turned over, and sideways and everything else. Good morning, good afternoon. Please tag, please like, please share this morning. Let somebody know that we're on this Warrior Woman Wednesday. Abigail came to the rescue because what happened was David and his troop were helping as Nabal's um men were attending the sheep and his flock and all of that. David, they were in the same vicinity. So David and his men helped to protect Nabal's property, his assets, his things that belong to him. David protected his men. They made sure that none of his flocks were stolen, none of his sheep was taken from him, and none of his people was hurt, harmed, or killed in any manner. Everything, they came back to him in the right manner. So David felt like, okay, well, he wasn't really looking for a reward. He wasn't really looking to get paid for doing that because he was just doing what he does. And in the process, he sent some of his men to go deliver a message to Nabal about shearing the sheep. And basically, Nabal slapped him in the face. It was like, who is David? Who does he think he is that I should do anything? He was getting flip mouth. He was getting sassy. Now you go back and take that to David. He ain't nobody to me. Basically, I'm just, summing it up, putting it in Lala's own words that he ain't nothing. He ain't nobody to me. I dare him come and ask me for this. Well, of course, when David messengers and men took the message back to him, Now, Abigail was nowhere around. She didn't hear this, but one of the men or her servants heard it and took the message back to her and told her how nasty that Nabal had been to David's men and that he wasn't going to do this, that, and the third, and that they heard that David was coming. He had been strapped up. He had strapped on and they was rolling out. They was coming to destroy everything that looked like attached that even said the name Nabal. Baby, listen, David didn't play. When David came to handle business, oh, everybody knew. Everybody knew when David came to handle business. You better get your stuff right. So when Abigail got the word, she told her servants, listen, this is what I want you to do. She was gathering all types of things to take to David, to serve to David. Wheat, grain, food, you name it. She bagged it up, packed it up, put it on the donkeys, and she said, ride, go before me. I'm coming behind you. She went, and then on her way, she met David. David and her met, and she reverenced David. So why am I talking about Abigail today? Because she recognized authority. She recognized ignorance too. And Nabal's name actually means fool, folly, fool is Nabal's name, the meaning of his name. And he was a straight up FOOL. He was a straight up fool, because who played with David? He should have known better. So when he came in this drunken state, she waited to the next. Well, let me go back. She pleaded with David. She said, my Lord, basically repented on the behalf of herself and her husband. She knelt at his feet. She begged his pardon. Please don't do what you're going to do. I know you're coming to wipe us the slate clean. You're coming to wipe us out. And David honored that because she was a woman of wisdom. She knew how to diffuse a situation. Women, how many of us know how to diffuse situations? When we see trouble arising, we know how to intervene. We know how to intercept. We know how to ward some things off. She was a woman of wisdom and intelligence and beauty. They said she was beautiful to look upon. She had a lovely appearance. And of course, you already know David being who he is. So after she went back, she got the pardon of David. She went back. I'm summing this up real quick, and y'all can go back and read it in 1 Samuel 25. And her husband was in a drunken stupor because he was having a little party for the shearers. He was throwing a bash for them. So she didn't say anything to him about what she had done, where she had gone, and what had taken place. She waited until the next day when he was sober and in his right mind and had somewhat of an understanding of the words that she was about to release out of her mouth. Do y'all know he had a stroke? He had a stroke. He couldn't talk. He couldn't move. He couldn't do nothing for himself. Now, David repented, Lord, I was going in my own way, my own feelings, because I was disrespected. I was about to handle dude. I was about to take care of him and let him know, you don't disrespect me. But he said, Lord, I thank you that basically you had a ram in a bush. You had Abigail come diffuse me, dial me down, spoke to me and humble me. I came back to myself, and I did not go and slaughter and handle Nabal like I wanted to, because it wouldn't have been on your word to do so. It would have been because I'm David and you don't handle me like that. Come on. So after he had his stroke, I think it was like a few days later, less than 10 days or so later, that God caused Nabal to die. He had a stroke. When Abigail told him what she had done, it was just so much for him that he had a stroke, y'all. He couldn't talk. He couldn't move. You know that was God working because you disrespected the man of God. You respected a man after mine own heart. And we can't go around disrespecting everybody. Or anybody of authority for sure. So I want to honor Abigail, and I'm talking fast. Y'all already know how it's about to go. So good morning, good afternoon. So Abigail, when she released the information of what she had done the previous day, he couldn't take it. He couldn't handle it. The man had a stroke. But he realized he was about to be taken out, and his wife had to run interference for him. And he never recovered. God dealt with Nabal on the behalf of David. So what am I saying? Let your enemies. Let God handle your enemies. Let God handle your frenemies. Let God handle your situations and your circumstances. Be that wise woman on today. Be that woman that thinks, uses her brain. Don't just be an outer package of beauty. Don't just be an outer package of what people see that, they think, oh, well, she got beauty and no brains. No, I want you to have brains and beauty. I want you to take care of yourself inside and outside. But think, use your brain, run interception, do what you can to diffuse situations and circumstances whenever they arise. Use who you are and what God has placed on you to deliver somebody else. You don't know who you will rescue. You don't know how God will use you to preserve someone else, to keep the destruction from happening to your whole house because of one man's ignorance, one man being a fool. So today I honor Abigail. Yes, the wife of Nabal. When he passed away and died, guess what? David took her to be his. Y'all already know how he was coming. David said, okay, baby, I got you. You a woman that I need on my team, on my side. So she was one of his first wives. Abigail went on to marry David after Nabal died. So I love you guys. Just know that there's a silver lining, a brighter cloud, a brighter day coming, the silver cloud, silver lining at the end of your destruction, not your destruction. Brooke, slow down. There is a silver lining at the end of whatever you're going through, your struggles right now, whatever you're facing, your challenges. A brighter day is coming. Just hold fast, use your mind, be quick to think, slow to speak, slow to react, slow to respond to your emotions and what you're feeling on the inside. Allow God to lead, guide, and direct you. Got to go. I love you all. Have a phenomenal day. This is Lasandra Brooks, aka your girl, Lala. Reminding you to always be your authentic self. Quitting is never an option. You are a woman, a man, a person, an individual with purpose. I'm here to simply help you recognize, release, rise, and to rebuild. Love you guys. Until next time.